In the present lesson, we will study the labor rights of women as one of the three dimensions of female autonomy. We will cover the following topics. First, the economic autonomy of women. Second, the current situation and areas of economic gender inequality. Third, international frameworks and instruments. And fourth, challenges for the future. Modern democracies comprise a set of rights that constitute citizenship, which include civil and political rights as well as economic and social rights. It is possible to talk about the benefits of social citizenship in light of labor rights, which amount to a significant dimension of the promotion of gender equality and women's economic autonomy. The latter, according to the Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, is the capacity to generate income and personal financial resources based on access to paid work under conditions of equality with men. This parameter takes account of time use and of women's contribution to the economy. During the last decades, one of the most important socio-demographic changes of the 20th century took place: the massive incorporation of women to the workplace. Such inclusion has not been carried out under equal conditions between men and women. On the other hand, evolution towards global equality in the workplace has become stagnant. The progress made by women in education has not reflected on comparable improvements in their labor status. The International Labour Organization, or ILO, report titled Women at Work Trends 2016 concludes that inequalities between men and women subsist in a large number of sectors of the global labor market. Women represent less than 40% of total employment, but they amount to 57% of part-time workers. Also, they represent a major percentage of the worst-paid job positions. The International Labour Organization estimates that income differences between men and women range from 4 to 36%, where the gap increases the higher the position held by women. There is horizontal segregation on account of the distribution of women and men in different professions, made more acute as the increase of technological labor favors certain male-dominated abilities. Likewise, there is vertical segregation affecting the position of women within position hierarchy. This impacts their social recognition and their ability to participate in high-level decision-making at the workplace. The accumulated disadvantage faced by women in the labor market has a considerable impact on their future. Regarding retirement funds, they are smaller for women. This situation is explained by the sexual division of labor and the social organization regulating it, the gender system. The processes and factors organizing society make both sexes to act and view themselves differently due to their biological differences. This marks which social areas will fall under the competence of either one of the sexes. The public-private divide stemming from the biological cleavage is translated into a social cleavage, wherein some spheres are deemed masculine, considered as productive, and others are deemed feminine, referred to reproduction, care, and upbringing. Although women have broken barriers to access the first one, they remain responsible for the latter, thereby arising the so-called double labor burden. Currently, numerous studies account for the contribution women represent for the economy. Just a fact, according to a McKinsey & Company report of 2015, eliminating gender barriers would mean $12 trillion more for global growth. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights of 1948 establishes equality and non-discrimination, the right to form trade unions, the right to a just and favorable remuneration, and the right that every person has, without any discrimination, to an equal pay for equal work, in its Article 23. The International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights of 1966 sets forth the promotion and respect of human rights in the economic, social, and cultural fields. The Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action of 1995 impose upon governments the duty to adopt measures aimed at eradicating gender discrimination, to promoting social acknowledgement of the role played by women, and to safeguarding the exercise of their human rights. Concerning discrimination, the first instrument dealing with it in the case of women is the Convention for the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, or CEDAW, of 1979, establishing a body or committee charged with monitoring its implementation in different countries. Especially noteworthy are the ILO covenants, which exhibit two stages. One marked by the protection of maternity and health of women working in dangerous occupations, and the other aimed at equalizing men and women, stressing non-discrimination as well as the creation of conditions to achieve gender equality in the workplace. In this area, several covenants outstand. Number 100 on equal remuneration, number 103 on the protection of maternity, number 111 banning discrimination in employment and occupation, and number 156 on work and childcare. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which draws on the Millennium Development Goals of 2000, is a new agenda that comprises a recent global agreement on climate change. It is wider than the previous one, including 17 objectives, featuring one devoted to gender equality and the empowerment of women, Sustainable Development Goal number 5, as well as gender mainstreaming in the other objectives. Specifically, the need is pointed out for more and better jobs for women, universal protection, and adopting measures for acknowledging, reducing, and redistributing non-remunerated care and domestic burdens, as essential for reaching sustainable development. The gender gap in the labor market will not be closed until the distribution of domestic care and tasks is wholly addressed. Thank you for watching this class. Please keep visiting mooCchile.com and don't forget to watch our next lesson.